Part 3. Today is a part 3 of our reaction. What are you spending your money on? Alright, today we got Why People Stop Buying Designer Fashion by Elliot Page.
I'm crossing the street in Tokyo with my brother Dylan, and he's about to make a crazy decision. He wants to spend thousands of dollars on a suitcase. And not just any suitcase, the kind that tells more about the person buying it than the suitcase itself. And as we step into the bright lights of the Rimowa store, Dylan's face is filled with excitement. But all I can think about is how neither of us have ever made a purchase like this in our lives. Our parents would be shocked at the idea of us spending this amount of money on something like this. As we walk around the carefully curated store, Dylan eventually looks at me as if he wants my approval before making
People getting too much money. They don't know what to spend their money on. It's official.
his decision.
What you saying, bud? Impulse buy now, or just wait for a day, let it sit?
And
He already know. Impulse now? Yeah, impulse buy.
I managed to convince him to wait. And sure enough, a few days later, we're in a shopping mall in China buying a different suitcase. This time, it's one that says more about the case itself rather than the person buying it. For just $100, you get everything that the Rimowa one had. Fully made from aluminum, leather handles, and buttery smooth wheels. What you don't get...
This mouse backpack is the
Too much money. People is getting too much money nowadays, bro. Look. How much you think this backpack costs?
Approached us and gave us our biggest product challenge ever. Take your most advanced
Who gonna be dropping a book bag that high, that far? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. You better have a Benz you drive when you got that book bag. No, I was playing. You ain't got that Benz, but whatever. Good book.
status. You don't get the little logo that people recognize. You don't get to take flashy pictures to post on social media. And standing in that mall, having held both of the suitcases, it really hit us. Status was the only thing the extra thousands of dollars actually bought. For decades, luxury brands have convinced ordinary people that buying certain products could tell the world and themselves that they're actually worth something. But today, that facade is certain products could tell the world and themselves that they're
For the bright and beautiful. The bold, bright and beautiful. Okay.
worth something. But today,
like
that facade is crumbling. The curtain got pulled back, and the thing that was supposed to signal status now signals embarrassing dress-up instead. Now, status is nothing new. Humans have always used objects to signal where they stand. Thousands of years ago, it was the quality of your armor, then it was the size of your home, and then the car on the driveway. But it's always been about the same thing, being quality of your armor, and it was the size of your home, and then the car on the driveway.
That one on the bottom right kind of smooth. Yeah. I guess, now that you see the new Lamborghinis.
But it's always been about the same thing, being seen as someone worth taking seriously. But somewhere in the 20th century, a small group of European fashion houses worked out how to turn that need...
He's saying all that while he got all these shoes on his wall. Respectfully. Respectfully.
industry. The man most responsible is Bernard Arnault. He built all of these different brands into one conglomerate called LVMH.
Birkenstock, Sephora, Hennessy, Tag Heuer, Marc Jacobs, Off-White, Christian Dior, Stella McCartney, Tiffany, Hublot, Bulgari, Louis Vuitton, Da Vinci, Rosetta.
Today they own 75 different brands and pull in over 80 billion euros every single year. But the clever part was never buying up all of these brands. It was understanding exactly what luxury actually sells. When everyone around you can see exactly what you paid, the price tag becomes the message. The Louis Vuitton monogram, the Gucci double G, the Chanel double C.
Look at this.
Is that not the same brand? Look at this double G, double C.
Louis Vuitton monogram, the Gucci double G.
Look at the double G. Now look at the double C.
The Chanel double C.
Look at this. Oh, perfect. Oh my God. Isn't it great? Chris. I know, it's my dream.
These aren't just logos. They're a language to tell people who see them that you made it. You belong and you are worth something. And for a long time, that language had real power. The 2010s were peak logo. Migos made a song called Versace. Kanye West was obsessed with Louis Vuitton.
I've been called the Louis Vuitton Don. I've been called a lot of names. Mostly the Don, the Louis Vuitton Don.
It was hard not to spot a Gucci belt or an LV duffel bag in them. And that's exactly when it started to hit streetwear. Supreme turned the red box logo into something that people literally queued overnight for, and then of course started flipping them for like 10 times the retail price. And as streetwear exploded, the luxury houses started to take notice. They wanted a piece of that energy. So in 2018, Louis Vuitton handed Virgil Abloh their menswear division. And all of a sudden, luxury wasn't just for old money. It was now for culture. And by 2019, luxury was everywhere. The demand completely outrun the supply.
Look how they just gave it to Virgil. And once Virgil got it, everybody in the culture wanted it. At such high prices too. You think if Virgil would have went somewhere else, it could have, you know.
This is when it started to become a real problem. Here's an absolutely mind-blowing stat. In 2019, a Chanel Classic flip bag cost $5,800. Today, that same exact bag is pushing $11,800. According to Bain, the prices for iconic bags rose between 50 and 70% from 2019 to 2025. Over the same period, inflation was nowhere near that. These bags didn't change either. Nothing about them got better. The leather hasn't changed. The stitching didn't suddenly improve. The price simply just went up for no reason. The Louis Vuitton Speedy, which is literally something that is just coated canvas, not even real leather, that doubled in price. Prada, Gucci started increasing bag prices up to 75%. It got so out of hand that between 2021 and 2023, these price hikes made up around 80% of the entire industry's growth. So all of these luxury brands weren't growing by selling more and becoming more popular. They were just charging more for the exact same thing. And for a while, it worked. Post-pandemic, people had savings to burn. Stimulus checks rolled in, and these brands saw record profits. But those prices were supposed to be backed by something somewhat real. The craftsmanship, the heritage, the quality that to some degree justified at least some of the price. But with the quality unchanged and prices at an all-time high, people started to take notice. They started questioning, well, what the hell am I even paying for? And thanks to the internet, they could easily find the answers. We got leather specialists on TikTok, one called Tanner Leatherstein.
In 2025, we dissected over $50,000 worth of luxury leather.
Just to showcase the interest, he built over 1 million
The internet really is hurting you, boys.
followers just by taking luxury bags apart on camera and asking the simple question, is it actually worth it? And his answer most of the time is obviously no. It's just bags costing thousands, coming nowhere close to being made with materials that justify the price. This is what a lot of these brands completely missed about social media. For decades, the power of luxury relied on distance. You saw it in a magazine or the store window, not through the infinite scroll. But now this information was so easily accessible and so in-depth, people very quickly started to react.
Information is key.
3 years, luxury lost over 60 million customers. From 2022 to 2025 was the first time in history the luxury customer base had actually shrunk. Just a few years ago, Gucci was the most hyped name in fashion, thanks to Lil Pump. Jokes aside, they fell off almost as hard as him. Revenue down 23% in a single year. Operating profit cut in half. Their parent company, Kering, lost around 60% of their value in just 2 years. So what do you do when your money starts drying up? You panic. Balenciaga released their trash bag that costed thousands of dollars just to create some
We need to look and see how many people actually bought this trash bag.
shock value, kind of like most of their products, to be honest. They also did a roll of duct tape as a bracelet, which I think cost $4,400. And other luxury brands just decided to chase the hype. You got Audemars Piguet, one of the most respected watch brands, doing a collaboration with Swatch. It definitely generated hype and sold out worldwide. It also told you everything. When prestige brands start fishing for online virality, the old magic just isn't working like it used to. You got Bentley doing ASMR advertisements. Brands that built their whole identity on being untouchable suddenly are desperate to be seen. And here's the thing about being cool. The second you're trying this hard to be it, you're not it anymore. But the tens of millions of people who walked away from luxury brands didn't stop one.
They thought they were gonna sell a car off an ASMR commercial. How many people they thought they was gonna buy that trash off of that? That just annoyed me. I don't know why that annoyed me. Bentley. Oh my goodness. This just lets you know that these people were never it. Like he said. And say it again.
Not it anymore. But the
oh my goodness.
To be seen. And here's the thing about being cool. The second you're trying this hard to be it, you're not it anymore. But the tens of millions of people who walked away from luxury brands didn't stop wanting nice things. They didn't stop wanting status either. What actually changed was just what they were willing to pay for it. This is where we enter the replica boom. Now, fake or knockoff products have been a thing for as long as I can remember. However, they've always kind of been looked down upon, socially speaking. If you bought a designer product that was fake, it would be scrutinized by your peers or people online. But today,
what the Kobe?
Speaking,
what
if
the,
you bought
I apologize, Kobe. What the? What the Jordan?
product
and the shoestrings is crazy tight. Come on, B.
It's fake, it would be scrutinized by your peers or people online. But today, it's a completely different story. Knockoff products have become so popular and widespread that people regard buying these fake products as actually making the smart choice. LARPing is a great example of this. It's an internet trend that stands for live action roleplay. Now, it used to mean dressing up and going to a park and playing out different things. But online, it now means pretending to live a life that you actually don't. So the way to do that is...
So they just changed the word of LARPing. Just like that. And you telling me they're not changing history? Just like that.
buy knockoff products and act it out. The replica designer clothes, the fake sneakers, the replica watches. People are even buying fake car keys to clip to their pants or take pictures of, so that people believe you drive something that you actually don't. And this is fueled largely by the ease of access that people have nowadays to all of these knockoff products. You have Chinese manufacturers posting their own content and how to buy their products online on social media. Websites like Taobao, Temu, Shein are some of the most popular apps in the entire world. But the reality of the knockoff boom that we're seeing currently is that it's kind of the same thing. It's just buying the luxury item. The same status mechanism, just without the price tag. But the part that's super interesting are the side effects of fakes and knockoff products becoming so popular. A lot of people who got into replicas through websites like Taobao, hunting for a cheap version of a product that they cannot afford, they got exposed to Chinese brands. I'm talking real brands, original designers, genuinely good clothes and shoes, all at a fraction of the cost. People started discovering and buying stuff directly from the source, eliminating all of that artificial scarcity and overpriced brand names. People started actually doing their own quality evaluations. They want things that are durable, made well, and actually worth the money. They stopped just taking the price tag as proof of quality and started checking themselves. And smaller brands have started to notice this shift in customer base and the knowledge that they have. And they've started to make sure that their products give the best value possible. But the bigger brands have also noticed this shift. And they're already trying to sell that smartness back to you. Quiet luxury, another online trend. The unbranded, no logos, just quality. It's all partly a real reaction to this. It's also just being marketed as the new status symbol for people who think they're too smart for logos. But a $700 cashmere cap is still a $700 cap. Same game, they've just flipped the marketing to flatter the skeptic instead of the show off. The thing is, these brands have lost
Supply and demand. Whatever you demand, they gonna supply.
tens of millions of customers in just a few years, and they don't know how to get them back. People got really good at asking the simple question, is this actually worth the money I'm paying for? The one question that brought an entire industry to its knees. And a few months later, Dylan still has that $100 suitcase. It's been thrown around airports, shoved in overhead lockers, dragged across more countries than I care to even remember. And it's completely fine.
Well, hello. Looking for an update on the old $100 bag from China? Well, as you can see, it has been traveling all around the world. Every single flag is a country that this bag has been to now. It's literally been on a News Daddy World Tour. And the update is it's held up amazingly. I haven't really had any issues with it yet.
I really love that suitcase idea with the stickers. I do that to my computer. So to close this out, I do want to say this is our part 3. For this video, a lot of sales. We're gonna compare this to a lot of other videos, which is the fast food, the selling selling the Black Americans, and then part 3 is gonna be the why are people not buying designer anymore. I feel like impulse buying is heavy, very heavy with people buying. Emotional impulse. You see something, oh, I gotta have it. Oh, that's my color. That's my. If you take like a good day or two to think about it, come back for it, you probably won't want it no more. I do this all the time with everything. People, places, person. You feel me? It's just I come back like, yeah, no, I'm good. You gotta really make sense for me to buy it. I feel like y'all getting too much money right now. Everybody getting too much money from McDonald's work. I know I was saying minimum wage, but when I say too much money, like you don't know what to do with the money right now. Nobody's having too much money really besides the big companies, but you don't know what to do with all that money, so you're just spending it on anything. You might be sacrificing food, quality of life, vacations, mental health, physical appearance, spiritual status, whatever. But I feel like you focusing too much on that money right now, and you spending too much on irrelevant things. And it's really for the status, whether it's for people to see you or for you to tell yourself, "Oh yeah, I got that new Prada. Oh yeah, yeah." But then when you buy yourself, it really just sit there and does nothing, you know. So you really want to know why. Why are you buying these things? I like to do the 5 whys. I ask myself why 5 times, different ways. If I see these shoes, oh, I like these shoes. Why do I want them? Because they Prada. Why are they Prada? Why do I want them? Because they Prada. Oh, because the status, they cost this much. Why do I want them? Because they cost so much. Because everybody gonna see me and everybody gonna know I got this much money. Why I want everybody to see me and know I got this much money? Because if everybody know I got this much money and they see me, they gonna know that I'm respectable, whatever, whatever, whatever. Oh, so I'm doing it to be respected. You feel me? Just a quick, that's not the real reasons, but that's how it goes. Keep asking why till you get to the root. Also works with the house. I feel like with this and the food and the internet, with the internet, we able to really get information. Information is key. So we able to get the information through our community and network. Like I was saying on the last video, when you go to a different town, you want to know the local spots that you want to support and you can support. So that way we supporting those that support us, which leads to community. What's the common unity? Am I supporting these people, and how do they support my community? How do they support the people that I want to support? Do Gucci support y'all? Do they give back? What do they do? This for any brand that you're going to, PacSun, whatever. How are they helping me? Or why do I want to give my money to them? And money ultimately equates to time. How much time did I spend for this money? And do I want to give it to them? And what am I looking for? Whether it's the food, whether it's the clothes, or whether it's just buying anything. All three parts of these videos go together. Who's giving back? Who owns it? The supply and demand is really why the price is so high. You see, they really are trying to focus. Now they got the no logos on there. Now Bentley got the ASMR. That's so stupid to me. Like he said, a company that was built off of not being touched. Now they doing whatever to get your attention, and that's what they always done. They never been it. You have always been in control. Like, I can make the coldest car, but if I want to sell the coldest car, you must like it and you must purchase it. So I gotta find a price that you're willing to buy it for. Otherwise, I could put it at a high price and never sell it. I might not be happy, and you might think, oh, that car is expensive or I can never afford it. But my goal is to sell the car. So neither one of us happy. You're not buying the car. I'm not selling the car. Neither one of us technically are happy. So I do want to explore more outside of the USA and just to get a comparison of a world comparison, more of a global type of stance and viewpoint. Yeah, and I feel like it's definitely a shift. It's a shift. People are wearing knockoffs, people are wearing replicas. But my thing is, I want to wear the original because I want the quality. So anything I'm buying originally, it's gonna be for the quality. I need to make sure that that quality is there. If I find something that's cheaper, better quality, I'm gonna go for the quality. I'm not really into the name brands anymore unless that name brand itself is giving back to my community and it supports, or I want to support them in a way because I support them. Those are my thoughts on the part three. This is the third part of our three-part. We might have a four-part, but this is part three. Part one was WTF is happening to fast food. Part two is the art of selling to Black Americans. This is part three, why people stop buying designer fashion. I'm Easy to Eyes. These are my thoughts. Just make it make sense. Peace.